All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about how things are being torn down, but not necessarily from the stock market. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, friends, thanks for being here. Hit the buttons and stuff. Good to have you on the live stream last night. Good to be back. I want to talk about the rise in the acceptance of political rage. Now, of course, everybody's talking about the stock market and all of that. I am just going to lay back and kind of watch things go. I personally don't have any real dogs in that hunt. I think there's a grand plan, and we will see how it goes. I think the economic advisors and everybody are trying to do a couple things, as I explained in a long-winded way last night on the PrepperNow stream, basically trying to get inflation down, trying to get interest rates down, but also China seems to be the main target of all this. I think there's also an element of trying to go after China and really kick them in the gut, as their economy is not doing great. They currently have a monetary policy called by any means possible in Chinese. They're not doing good, so I think this is also to kind of make them suffer that way and to maybe cause them to have some problems. And also there's the bringing back of our manufacturing by having more production and everything happen in America, and jobs numbers have been going up, but we'll see. That's all coming, and we'll get to that here probably on the later one. But right now there are a lot of people out there on our political left, as we saw protests over the weekend. I think a lot of them were not exactly organic, but there definitely was, people there that were, going after, not going after, but, protesting the policies of Trump and what he's doing, President Trump, and all of the problems and, that they're seeing. They're trying to maximize, and, there's definitely an understated hope for a Cloward and Piven by a lot of them. But what we're seeing now is a desire for violence. There's been studies that have come out and said that, a lot of these people on that side of the political aisle are growing more accepting of political violence. It's a by any means possible kind of mentality, which of course is not a great tactic and has a lot of collateral damage, but they obviously don't care. When you're seeing political violence happen, when you're seeing cars get scorched, when you're seeing car dealerships get torched, when you're seeing people get mowed down on the asphalt of America, you start to wonder, where is all this going, and is there an end point or an end game? And that is the problem. It seems to be escalating, and I really don't see any kind of an end point quite yet. And as they embrace more of a by any means possible mentality, you're going to probably see all this go up. Now, if you are familiar with the way things went with the French Revolution, the Jacobins, the revolutionaries just got more and more violent. And a lot of them were of the more intellectual aspects of the society. We're seeing that here. We're seeing law professors. We're seeing professors from, universities. There was a guy from University of Wisconsin last week that tipped over the table of the Republicans. You're seeing law professors really try to go in and affect the minds of the youngins, so they are thinking of more of a politically revolutionary way. Now, of course, this is in line with the mentality and, of course, the theories of communism, and some of them claim to be anti-fasciste and all that. Well, the mentality of that is by any means possible. And so they will do whatever it takes to get their political control. And so we're seeing more of that. We're seeing more of people that are of our thought leaders on that political side of the aisle really telling people that it's okay. It's okay to be violent. It's okay to do acts that are dangerous and hurtful to people because, in the end, they're going after and trying to make it so they get their political way. And their system, which they deem is the best and the only way for things to go forward, are being more and more acted out upon in a physical way. There's numerous pieces that have come out from pieces like New York Times and other periodicals that are saying that constitutionalism is bad and we have to be saved from it to that point. Really? Constitutionalism means free speech. It means freedom. It means freedom of possession and property. It means freedom to chart your own course. And these people are now saying that that is aligned with too much freedom, and too much freedom means that people can do whatever they want, and this is the thing that is hindering their political course, what they're wanting for in the side of leftist politics. That doesn't make sense. A free society allows people to have, their political views, but you solve it in a peaceful way. You solve it at the ballot box. You don't solve it on the streets of America by using 1,000-pound weapons or anything like that. But now it is becoming more and more okay. It's becoming more and more excused. It's becoming more and more pushed for such things to happen, which is why you've seen the Tesla takedown and other things go on. These people are getting incredibly violent. They're becoming much more physical, and they're doing everything they can because at this point, they're losing control of the government. They've had it for a long time. They're in there, they're doing their things, but the problem is that they're, for lack of a better way of putting it, their policies suck, and people were hurting because of it. So they did what anybody would want. They said, hey, I'm not liking this. I'm going to go to the ballot box, and I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to change things because choice is good. And this is a different choice for me now. They don't want that. They don't want you to have that choice. They want you to be subjected as a subject in a submission type of way to their whims, their views, and their vision. And all of that is becoming incredibly harmful to people. And guess what? It's going to get worse. So keep prepping, folks. Okay? If you like what we're doing here on PrepperNow, please hit the buttons and stuff, darken out the bell, get the notifications, become a member, join us on Subscribestar on Locals if you like it, and we'll keep doing the things and telling you all about the things that you need to be looking out for because, let's just say society is not trending in a good way. God bless.